I think I also wanted it to stay entertaining for us, right?
It's a gift up.
How do I feel about how small Limes is? She's very small. She's very cute. I love her very much. There's not much. I think she's small. She's cute. She's lovely. I love her. I love my little girl. My big, strong. Oh my God. Okay. I do have a small story about Anime Expo that I'm going to say right before I be right back. So at one point, Ricky was walking ahead of Limes and me. And he kind of has this little walk where he looks like a bodyguard because he kind of does the little Arthur fists when he walks. And he just kind of walks like, he kind of walks like a bodyguard. And at some point, I don't know what came over Limes and I, but we were just taunting the poor man. We were just taunting the man. Where anything he would, like he was walking, we're like, look at the big strong man. I feel so safe. I feel so safe with him walking in front of us. And we just kept doing that. And then he pressed the button for the lights. And we both went, look at him hitting the button with all his strength. So I'm just warning you guys that next time we have a collab with him, which is going to happen next week, we're playing Left 4 Dead. We are going to taunt him relentlessly. It will be relentless. He'll reload the gun. We'll be like, look at the big, strong man reloading his gun. Who's a big guy with a big gun? Who's a big guy with a big gun? It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like that. It's what he deserves. It's what he deserves. But that was definitely a big highlight for me. And what is he gonna say, right? What is he gonna say to us back? Nothing. Nothing. There is nothing he can say back. Okay. Be right back, my loves. Let me get water and sparkling water and everything and get set up, okay? And then we have a whole stream of yapping tonight. We got a whole lot of yapping. A whole lot of yapping. I wonder if we do Anime Expo stories tonight or tomorrow. What's on my calendar? Because I think I start stream pretty early on. I do have time before the Oh Dear collab tomorrow. The yapping is happening. That's me. All right, everybody. Be right back. You have your little BGM? Yes, you do. Do you have your little sippy cup, your water, your everything? I will be right back, my loves, okay? Hello? Hello, my love. Don't ask me what I'm eating. I legally cannot tell you. Boop. Thank you, Sportball. I did. It looked great. You never know. The future is Bishoujo. Wow. That is really good. I can't tell you what it is, but that is really good. Thank you so much, Mikan. How are you? How is everything? Rip, if there's any Momos missing, please, Momos, check in your current surroundings. If your Momo friend is missing, he might have gotten eaten. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. All right, my loves. What do we want to talk about? First of all, again, one more time, super, super huge thank you to Maple Story for the sponsor. We had a little bit of a timing problem, Haruka and I, and they were kind enough to move it forward and all that stuff, which I really, really appreciate. And it was a lot of fun. I thought Matt was lovely. I would be curious to know what Haruka and Mimi's POV looked like. And I would be curious about what their POV looked like, especially if they said that they were kind of quiet. Versus in our POV, I feel like I just kept asking questions. But, before we get into Anime Expo stories, I just want to see if there's anything else I should say about the Bishoujo auditions that I haven't already said today. But frankly, honestly, I think I may have already kind of said everything I wanted to say, right? If Limes has so much of a scratch on her from LA, she probably scratched herself. She can do that. She's an adult ferret woman. She can scratch herself. Yeah, I think there's pretty much everything has already been said. If you missed it, you can watch the VOD, or I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people clipping. Of course, Stempy, you absolutely can. Are any of the auditioners going to be protected by being eaten by me? No. So, I guess let's do Anime Expo stories, shall we? I'm just warning you all. I am very long-winded when I do my stories. I don't think I'm going to show any photos because I just don't think I take a lot of photos of food. I take a lot of silly photos. I'm not going to show any photos most likely, but let me think about it. No, I don't think I'm going to show any photos, my loves. I'm sorry. I think it's better if I just yap and I'd like to see. It's a lot of food, and the problem with some photos is like I would send Lime, for example, like a photo of my dress, and I just don't want to go through all of them. Plus, sometimes I'll take photos just to send to another person with another person in the background. It's just safer this way, I think. Not even your merch haul? I might stream my merch haul. So this is something about merch. So I just received a big box from Off Guy of everybody that gave me merch. Plus, I have some merch from Anime Expo. So I think the next time I do a hand cam stream, I'm actually going to show you both. I avoided the merch alley at Anime Expo this time. One of the reasons was I don't have space. I actually do not have space in my place. I live with roommates and they keep telling me that there's no more space. And I just basically have no space. And I have so much merch of me. I have so much merch of my Oshi, who graduated a little bit ago. Wink, wink. A foxy lady. I have so much merch of Bishoujo. I have some other companies and some other anime stuff. And I just don't have that much room left. And I also, now that I'm making more money, I feel like I have to buy merch. I have this problem where if I see a Matara merch, I feel I have to buy it. But more than that, now I feel I have to buy Shy Lily merch and Iron Mouse merch. And if I see a Lime merch, I want to buy it, right? I need to save some money. A little bit, okay? A little bit. So I actually avoided the artist alley this time because I have so much merch at the moment. And I'll be back. This is another problem too. I actually sometimes have bought double merch. This is why I'm actually not buying merch for a little bit. I have accidentally been buying double merch. So because of that, I need to stop. I need to double check what I have exactly. Or sometimes I get a merch for free, which is so sweet, right? And then I buy the merch, or I accidentally bought it. And like I said, next time I will show you. I just want to get my nails done because my nails are looking a little rough. So I just want to get my nails done. And then next time I get my nails done, I'm probably gonna just show you all my little haul. What are the requirements for the audition? I think that is written on the audition, my love. I've already given a lot of advice about the audition process and the auditions. And basically, my advice to you is just audition. So the requirements shouldn't matter. I guess only that you are 18. That is the only one, right? So please just do it. Just do it. Let your memes be memes. Let your memes be memes. Just do it. Be your best meme self. Yeah, I feel like a lot of questions that I'm getting right now are, again, I say this with love in my heart, a little bit on the, easier scale. Like somebody said, how do I do an audition video earlier today? Baby, you got to be a little bit of a self-starter. You got to be a little bit of a self-starter. I still know it's hard to do everything. It's hard to learn. And I gave some advice on that, on maybe talking to your family, talking to your friends, going on YouTube, Google. But, if your question is like, hey, Matara, how do I make that thing? Yeah. I'm not a VTuber. Are you sure? I also talked about that. My love. Okay, so let's not do the audition questions anymore then, since I already pretty much answered a lot of them. And I think if in a few days people decide that they still have questions about the Bishoujo interview, maybe I could do a tweet about it. Maybe I can do a tweet and just be like, hey, because I might get a little, I wasn't there. You can probably look at the VOD. You can probably wait for the VOD to be uploaded either by me or by people clipping it. You can probably look up in a few days, see what other Bishoujo members are talking about the audition process and what are they saying. So yeah, you got this. I believe in you. You can do it. I think that is kind of step one of your audition process with Bishoujo, right? It's, are you able to do it? Are you able to apply? Are you able to get over your fear, your worry, your everything to apply? That, I guess, is the first one. If you can't figure out what to put in an audition video, there's a lot more stuff, But yeah. Giga had a really good primer about the audition process. So did I. We'll see. Maybe in a few days I'll do a Twitter post and see what people say. Because I think my tone on Twitter might be a little bit kinder. Because I'm not unkind, but the way my tone is in person is a little bit different. Okay. First things first. Hi. Hi, everybody. Do we want to do a few pictures? You know what? Let's do that. Let me upload some pictures, actually. I'm waiting for my tea to boil. Let me upload some pictures for you. I'll show you just a few pictures as they upload so that you're able to see, okay? So that you can have a little bit. They're mostly going to be pictures of food. But let's do that, okay? I want to see your party outfit. I can show you a few outfits, but I don't know how much I can show because, like, you know. All right, give me a second just to upload these pictures. And then, fine, you're twisting my arm here, everybody. You're twisting my arm. Look at y'all. Twisting my arm as you do. Twisting my arm as you always do. Create a folder. Folder name. Anime Expo. I wasn't gonna do it, but here you are, twisting my arm. All right, wait, where's my Anime Expo folder? Create folder. Anime Expo. Create. Folder created. Where's my folder? Now the problem is actually finding my folder. Oh, I found my folder that I created. Okay, awesome. All right, give me a moment, everybody. It's time to upload. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I feel like I kind of tweet most of my things anyway, but there is actually a few things that I haven't tweeted. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, there's actually a few things that I haven't completed. All right. There's a few things I haven't tweeted. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Hold on. Let me upload these. All right. You're twisting my arm. Let me maybe... I think what I might do is I might just crop my face in some of these. Might just crop my face in some of these. Or put an emoji. I don't know. I don't know if I want to show this photo. It's fine. It's fine. No, because if I don't show... Okay, if I crop my face out of this photo, it's just breasts. It's just breasts. Oh boy. Oh boy. What to do? The decisions that I must make, the executive decisions. All right, let's upload more photos. Okay, upload file. All right. I'll do a few. Okay, give me chotto minute. Chotto mate. A minute. All right. I think this one, I kind of hide my face. All right. Dinner. My mini fridge being stocked with things. Oh my God, this one girl had an I love Germa, I am Germa's girlfriend shirt, which was so funny. All right, food. this photo. Let me see 1 second. The new Midori sour. Me and girl DM having brunch. The cake. The anime car. Finishing the cake. Oh my god, I have a photo of Kryken's outfit, but he already posted it on Twitter. My sneaky girlfriend's man. I guess the one thing I didn't post was the Nobu dinner. I know Shoto posted a few photos of the Nobu dinner, so I guess I could post some of that. My dinner with the mods. Then I went to a salon and there was a doggo. There was a doggo at the salon. Okay. I have a photo of Octopimp's fight stick, and you can see his reflection in the fight stick. But it's fine, because y'all know what Octopimp looks like. Okay, 1 second. And then I have Momo getting drunk. And then I have another plate. Okay. I think this should be fine. I'm just going to re-double check the photos. I didn't take a photo of the goon couch. All right. All right, give me a second. Give me a second for the photos to upload, and then we'll see. I really wanted to meet the full Matara cosplayer, but we'll talk about it. So basically, I was only at the con. I was only at the con day 0. Because after that, I was just too busy. And we're going to talk I'm warning you all, just saying, if you're here for the gossip, you need to watch like the clipped version of this. Because I am so long-winded when I speak. Just get ready that this is gonna be, we're gonna be here a while, all right? We're gonna be here a while. If you have never been present for a MataraKan story time, hey, it's gonna be a long time. Let me just read something very quickly that my assistant sent me before I... 1 second. I wonder how he kept the meet and greets under a minute each. At one point, we had to do them at 30 seconds. And we're going to talk about that. Basically, Vishojo accidentally gave double the meet and greet tickets. Yeah, you were, Hootie. It was nice meeting you. Vishojo accidentally gave double the tickets. Hold on. I'm just waiting for the photos to upload into the drive. And then I'm going to double check the photos very quickly. And then we can start. Yeah, but okay, so basically, without going into detail, Mel's meet and greet ran longer with Giga. So then I started setting up late. But then when it was my meet and greet, they accidentally gave double the meet and greet tickets. And then after a while, I was told, hey, we don't want to cut into Henya's time. And I could have been like, hey, you know, I got my time cut into, but I just didn't say anything because I figured. But initially, we'll talk about it when we get to the meet and greet time. Okay, I promise you, we'll talk about it when we get to the meet and greet time and everything. My photos are not great, by the way. I hope y'all are ready that my photos are not amazing. I have very average photos. Where's the pizza photo from? What? Where's this pizza photo from? Oh, it was from the first day. I'm so silly. I'm like looking at a pizza photo thinking I don't know where this photo came from. My photos are all loading kind of staggered, so we're gonna need a minute. It's not even that my finger's on the camera, it's just that I take really like bad photos. I'm not a good photo taker. I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm just not a great photo taker. Yeah, there's actually, maybe it is a good idea that I'm showing photos because there's a lot of things that I didn't tweet about just because there was, you know, and it's going to help give me context. All right, perfect. Do I need a tag along photographer? No, because then I'd need to pay for your food and your everything and your hotel and your, you know, I basically have to provide for you and I can barely provide for myself. I tweeted less than you thought. So I actually had a few people call me out on this very kindly where they said, oh, you know, I texted you and you didn't answer. And I said, usually when I'm out with people, my phone. So if I come to a party, usually I just wouldn't. Usually if I'd come to a party, I just would put my phone down. So I do that quite a lot unless I know that somebody's coming and I need to make sure that they get there fine and I'm checking up on them. So because of that, I didn't get to do a lot of tweeting. And also I didn't get to be on a lot of people's tweets because I was just trying to be in the moment. Even my photos, I would take photos of the food. But then other than that, I'm in the moment. I'm in the moment. You know? Which I wouldn't be so in the moment if I was seeing people more often. My moth or a spider, baby. I'm a space cockroach. I'm a space cockroach, darling. Oh my God, I just spilled my water. I think my roommate forgot about my tea. Let me go bring my tea. 1 second. I asked my roommate for tea, but I think they're busy. Give me one minute. I come back and then photo time. Hello. All right, I'm back. I'm back, baby. My photos are uploading. I'm so excited. Hi, back. I'm Tio. Hi, Tio. I'm Matara. Zero, go get your tea. The other mods will take care of everything. For once, let them do some work. Okay, my other photos are uploading. It's just taking a little second. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Okay. Before I tell you about other people, what did other people say about me? What did Lime say about me? Did she say that I'm so beautiful and so lovely? Talk to me. That's all she said? She just said boobs? She did not say I'm stinky. I smelled amazing. Bao said, holy poop. My coconut lotion? I don't have a coconut lotion. Bricky said you're the same IRL. Limu said boobs. Bao wishes to leave in my... Bao said I smell like coconuts. That's possible. One time I was using a Tom Ford perfume that smelled like coconuts. Literally everyone was talking about hugs and being boob level. Honestly, okay, I don't think my breasts are very big. It's just that I'm also tall and slim, and sometimes I would wear the dresses that kind of come with the built-in little push, you know? Yeah, I want to talk about that South Side. It's just that, you know, some dresses have a little bit of like, yeah. And I think it's also that I'm very much the perfect height. So especially if I was wearing heels, my flesh woman was something like 6'1". Numi said she only gave you side hugs. Maybe she did. The only one, unfortunately, that I was shorter than, even in heels, was Bricky. Yeah, some dresses do come with a little bit of a built-in, like, you know, push. The little built-in, with the little built-in build. No, Bricky was tall. I like how you had to add permission for ass boy. I think he's 6'4", right? So he was tall. He was taller than my flesh woman in heels by a little bit. I think Kraken and my flesh woman in heels were about the same height. Yeah, Vic, I'm probably gonna be doing the the posters next week. Betty, thank you for the 6 months, my love. Listen, some dresses just have the kind of fabric that it like sucks you in a bit, and like, you met Bricky at the hotel of the lobby your friend was staying at. So I genuinely didn't go to a lot of places with Bricky because I knew that he'd get recognized. And I feel like if Bricky gets recognized and I'm next to him, people will instantly recognize me. But it was really fun if like me, Bricky, and Limes would go to parties and I'd be wearing heels and Bricky would be there and then Limes was just with us. She did look. No, Kraken exists. I promise. Kraken is real. Basically, at one point, I kept telling everybody about Mint, and every single person I was with has never met Mint. Has never met Mint. So nobody believed me that Mint was real and that we love each other. I swear Kraken is real. I swear Kraken is a real man. Or as I also have to tell you guys, I really understand now. Okay, I wanna like start telling you, but I'm waiting for the photos to load before I start telling you because I want the photos to load, and now my photos are weirdly loaded out of order, somewhat. Which is a little weird that they did that, and they're not all loaded, even though they're telling me that they're all loaded. I'll give it a little moment. Oh, there they are. Okay, let me just very quickly go through the photos to make sure that it's not showing anything it's not supposed to. Wait. Okay, good. I thought there was a credit card on the table. These photos are great. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I just want to make sure there's like no one's faces in the photos. Because you know, sometimes you take a quick photo and then before you post it on Twitter, you double check, but oh my god, my hands look so bad in this photo. No. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Ah, ow, ow, oh, I just spilled hot tea. I just spilled hot tea. Oh. Oh. Ow. Ow. I just spilled hot tea on myself. Good times. Good times. I think you can see my face a little in this photo. Ugh, I don't know what to put over it. Okay. Hold on. I don't know what to put over my face in that photo. Put a Momo. But then I'd have to like, hold on. Let me just one photo that I want to like put a little Momo over. One photo I want to put a Momo over and then we're done. Okay. And then we're kind of ready to start, I think. All right. I'm just going to put a photo in Twitter, I think. Okay, perfect. Haha. I don't know. There's a lot of breast here. I don't know how I feel about this. Okay. Let us save the image. No, it's not that. Like it's not, honestly, I'm more comfortable about the breast than the face, to be honest. Because already I feel like it's getting quite easy to recognize me even if I'm wearing a mask. And then the moment, man, I was talking to somebody in the line to the bathroom at a party. And I didn't introduce myself as Matara, but then I did after. And they were like, oh, by the way, I knew it was you because I was watching your collab with Bricky when you guys were playing ODST the other day. And I was like, oh, damn it. Can y'all remind me to bitch about Bricky? Men love Bricky. Men love Bricky so much. And to the point where I have a friend, right? She has a very big Instagram. I was talking to her the other day, like maybe weeks ago on FaceTime, and she goes, oh, by the way, her boyfriend wanted to talk to me for a second. I was like, okay, what does your boyfriend want to tell me? And her boyfriend is a photographer. Like, he has nothing to do with content. He's like, oh, by the way, can you tell your friend that you do your games with that I really like his Warhammer content? Huh? Huh? The amount of people who have said, the amount of men who have said that. Guys love him. CM, thank you so much for the gifted. Guys absolutely love him. Absolutely, absolutely love him. It's crazy. It's insane. Guys absolutely love him so much. That's why he's the GOAT. That's why he's the GOAT. Exactly. I agree. I agree. All right. What are we starting with? Let's go. Story time. Get ready, y'all. Get ready, y'all. Because the story time, it's going to be a story time. Okay. What do we start with? So. Oh, by the way, do y'all have the list of subs and bans so I can actually give everybody their subs now? That would maybe be a great idea. Claymore, you little shit. Congratulations. You little shit. That was the first winner. Oh, good. It's what you deserve. You don't deserve. You know what? You don't deserve to win. That makes me really happy to know that that was the first winner. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. That was the only winner, really. Shadalira, welcome back. You know what? I'll be generous. Since y'all kept getting banned all day, I'll give 5. I'll give 5. I'll be generous. I'll be so nice. I will be so, so nice. 8 people lost in a row. Bow down before the one you serve. You're going to get what you deserve. I don't know what else to tell you. You know what I mean? You're welcome, everybody. Clearly now you're going to win, right? Now you're going to win. So make sure you go now. Now is when you win. Before that, definitely losing, but now you will win. Okay. All right. So I landed in LA on Tuesday. And the reason for this is Lie Malicious was landing Tuesday night. And I wanted to come there a little bit earlier. And I wanted to kind of hang out. See, I was initially thinking of going to get a massage and a facial. But then I wanted to go dress shopping because there was a store I wanted to go to. And so I landed a day kind of early. And I was basically just thinking, whichever friend decides to snag me first, snags me first. My sheep, I absolutely love 9 Inch Nails. I talk about them quite often. Thank you, Claymore, for the 5 gifted, and congratulations for winning, my dear. So I basically landed, and the friend that managed to kind of snipe me first was Octo. And initially, since my hotel, I couldn't check in until maybe 2 or something, but I landed early. Octo was like, hey, let's hang out. Let's go to lunch. I don't mind driving you after, you know, all that stuff. So I really wanted to go to the store in Beverly Hills, and I ended up picking a place for food next to there. And it was very much this like ritzy Beverly Hills place, ritzy food, ritzy everything. All right, let me start showing you some photos. Let me start showing you some photos of that. Hold on. My photos, unfortunately, are a little bit out of, for some reason, they didn't load the way they were supposed to. So I kind of have to find, where are the first photos? Oh, okay, they're somewhat in order. So, yeah, it was a little bit posh, right? It was a little bit posh. And in my head, I thought, well, you used to work for 9 Inch Nails. You used to work for Mr. Trent Reznor himself. What? That's awesome. How was it? So basically we get to this place and I kind of assumed, you know, that, and I told him, I was like, I will treat you. And just, you know, if you want to drive me, that's fine. I can give you gas money, whatever. No, he insisted. He insisted on paying and then driving me and then everything. So we went to this place. And it was just really good to catch up. So it was really, really good to catch up. I ordered a spicy margarita. I was kind of trying out, taking some photos, you know, nothing too crazy while I was waiting for him. Kaneko Lumi, thank you for the raid. What the heck? Thank you for the raid. Hi, Raiders. Welcome. Welcome, Raiders. Hi. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had such a good stream tonight. Did you have a good stream? Did you do any fun stuff? Thank you. Were you playing, what is it called? Base Defense. Were you playing XCOM? What were you playing? Oh, yeah, you were playing XCOM. Hey, that's good for you. Not me, though. Not me, though. I do not want to play the XCOM, my love. Good for you. Me, on the other hand, won't play. I've seen enough. I've seen enough XCOM to know what the hell is going on. Yeah, Baka, I talked about the auditions earlier today. You can either watch the VOD or wait for it to get uploaded. If I notice that in a few days a lot of stuff still isn't being covered, then I might either talk about the auditions again or I might do a tweet. But thank you so much for the raid. I really, really appreciated, my love. I actually met a few people. I got to be honest with you. I remember that there was a few girls at the Vishojo party from Idol EN, but I feel really, really bad because they actually came to talk to me while I was pretty drunk. And I was kind of like, I had just been introduced to somebody industry and they were really, really nice and they were so sweet. And I kept being like, hey, you're so nice, but I'll talk to you later because I'm kind of in this like, industry thing right now that I'm doing. But they were probably also drunk because they just kind of kept like trying to talk to me more. And I was like, I need to listen. I need to listen. This is important. This is important. I need to listen. I know because everybody's kind of drunk. It's kind of hard to gauge that. And I was like, no, I get it. I'm not trying to be dismissive. I gotta listen. So, welcome again, Raiders. By the way, I am MataraKan of Vishojo. I don't play such cool games like Lumi, but I am going to be playing some Bolt Gun this week and some Factorio. Also, I have, the less cool games like Mario Party and things like that. But I will be playing Factorio this week. I'm excited. It's going to be my second time playing, and I'm just going to be doing the longest stream I can. It's going to be a lot of fun. But right now, we're doing the hag yapping. So if you want to listen to a hag yapping, I'm just warning you, this stories will be here in 4 hours, right? I will explain to you how I felt on every decision on everything. Okay. So again, this is just photos of me waiting for Octo at this restaurant. I think this restaurant was called The Great White. If anybody is ever near LA or ever near Beverly Hills, because the store that I wanted to go to for dresses was called House of CB. So we went to The Great White, and it was exactly what I wanted it to be. I wanted to go to like a really kind of ritzy Beverly Hills place where everybody looked so fancy. Everybody looked so great. But the problem is, after eating and drinking and being in the sun, I felt that I was way too bloated to go try on dresses because, it's just whatever. So let me see what we got. We got these roasted Brussels sprouts, which I know sounds not that great, but they were incredible. So we got the roasted Brussels sprouts. Momo, as you can see him close up, it looks like he's got a disease, but he is very clean. He is very beautiful. He is very clean. He is very beautiful. He's a clean, good boy. Okay. He's got a little something, something. And we also got a pizza, which was all right. It was a pizza I thought it'd be a little better because I had the similar pizza before. It was basically pepperoni. It was kind of a mix between a margarita pizza, and it had pepperoni and hot, spicy honey. It was fine. It was good, but it wasn't great. I feel like I've had pizzas like this before with the hot honey and the pepperoni, and the mix of the two together would taste better than what I expect. It was still good, but it wasn't great. It was still good. It wasn't great. And then after that, honestly, we just took forever. We're catching up about some of his work stuff, some of my work stuff, about Japan, about everything. It was just really nice to kind of hang out. We really took it slow. After that, we drove to my hotel, which again, kind of far. Traffic in LA took us, probably 40 minutes. That day, I think I had a migraine because my head would hurt if I didn't wear sunglasses. And before you say it was a hangover, no, it wasn't. And whenever the noise would be too loud in the car, I would get that little pain that a lot of people have described to me as a migraine. I also couldn't concentrate on seeing things. I think my biggest regret that I did was I didn't take a nap. What I should have done after Octo dropped me off at my hotel was I should have just taken a nap, but I didn't. And because of that, I just kept struggling. And I feel really bad for Octo because for the rest of the day, I just was kind of hurting. And sometimes he'd be talking at me in the car. And I apologize for this profusely, but Octo's amazing. But he does get really excited. And sometimes he'll talk a little bit loud. And I'm in the car with my sunglasses. And think about it. He's such a sweetheart for driving me, right? He's such a sweetheart for driving me. He's such a sweetheart for doing this. And I kept being like, can you please talk a little less loud? Can you please not talk so loud? Can you please talk a little less loud? Nonstop. I just kept asking him. And every time I was like, I'm so sorry. And then he'd start whispering for like 5 minutes. And then he'd just start talking loud again. And I again was like, hey, I'm so sorry. Could you please not talk so loud? My head really, really hurts. And again, I explained it to him that I was sorry and he gets it and he apologized and he, was just really getting excited to talk and um he gets it. He was not upset at me, thank God. But basically, we came back to my hotel and we ended up going to get groceries. We ended up getting, I'll show you guys my mini fridge after. I got a bunch of Pedialyte. I got the little packets. I got the little bottles. I got vitamin water. I got iced coffee. I got 2 types of sparkling water. I got a big, big, big kind of box of water. I also had forgotten a few things. Like I had, forgotten a deodorant, an exfoliant, the boring stuff. But I usually do that now where if I go on a trip, I might just pick up some things on the trip because I find it much easier. And so we went to the store, we picked up that. And then by the time we ended up going back because I wanted to try on the dresses. And he told me, Beverly Hills is a little out of the way of the airport, but he didn't mind. And again, I was like, hey, don't worry about it. You don't have to come with me if you don't want to. I'm not trying to make you drive all day. Let me give you money for gas. No. We ended up driving to Beverly Hills, going to that store where initially I asked Octo for his opinion because I wanted a man's opinion for the dresses. But the way that store kind of worked, they actually had a ton of great salespeople that helped me. And the only time I ever showed him a dress was when I was like ready to buy it pretty much. So the poor guy was just like in the store for an hour on his phone. Octo, you freaking rock. I'm sure he didn't mind. There was a ton of girls and a ton of dresses. He was like on a corner with there was like 3 other guys on their phone there, But then after that, I ended up getting my first Shake Shack experience because I didn't tweet this photo. It was very average, frankly. I was very, very hungry, and this was very, very average. I don't know if maybe I just got the wrong thing. I don't know if maybe we went to the wrong place and I got the wrong thing. But it was extremely, extremely, extremely all right. There was nothing about, I don't know. It wasn't even so average. Like, I would not get that again. And I remember the first time I had Whataburger, it was really good. The first time I had In-N-Out was really good. But this was just kind of, You should have gotten a Whopper, right? Somewhere Onibro is shaking right now. So then this is where I really got to give it to Octo. Any Los Angeles native will never go to LAX. If you have ever lived in Los Angeles or grew up in Los Angeles, you know the rule: never drive to LAX. Never go to LAX. I had told Lime that I was going to pick her up at the airport because she was coming from an 11-hour plane, I think, or a 13-hour plane, I forget. She was tired, and she's a small little girl with a lot of bags. So I told her I was going to meet her there. I told Octo, hey, don't worry about it. But and this is where I got to give it to him, like, I'm just so used to being a people pleaser, and I'm so used to explaining to people, you don't have to do this for me. I'm so independent. But Octo was like, hey, I took the day off. What else am I going to do? I'll drive you. I will say, though, from Beverly Hills to getting Lime at LAX was about an hour and a half. Was about an hour and a half. Because it was right before 4th of July. So the amount of people that flew in, crazy. But it was fun. Like, you're with your friend, you're listening to music, you're chatting shit. It was fun. Genuinely, like, it was a good, for me, I don't drive. I don't know if it was a good time for him driving and stressing out. But for us, it was like, for me, it was a good time. We laughed, we talked, we listened to music. It was fun, right? Like you're in traffic with your friend in the car. And yes, by the way, I just got invited to something in LA at the end of this month. And I think if I fly there at the end of this month, I'm just going to fly into Burbank. So after this, we met Lime. She is wonderful and so sweet. I basically like grabbed her. I parted the people in front of us. Why not Orange County? Because I think where I'm going, the Orange County airport, will be too far. I got invited to a party in like fancy LA. Anyway, yeah, after this we picked up Lime. It was really late. I think it was honestly like 11 p.m. And so we just drove back. Again, Octo, I told him, I was like, hey, we can just Uber back to the hotel. No. So this guy drove to Beverly Hills, from Beverly Hills to downtown LA, from downtown LA to Beverly Hills, from Beverly Hills to LAX, from LAX to downtown LA, and then back to his home. Please make sure y'all spoil Octo. And he didn't accept any money from me. I think at one point I tried to pay for something. He was just not accepting. Silpha, you better spoil him. You better spoil Octo. All of you better spoil Octo, all right? And then I think I posted this little picture the next day of just my little guy sleeping in bed. Look at my little guy. Look at my little guy sleeping in his bed. He was so cozy and comfy in his bed. I hope you got him a drink before you bedded him. See, yeah, he's drinking sparkling water. Look at the little guy. He's drinking sparkling water. He's doing great. But seriously, Octo was really, really cool. And it was really good to spend the day with him and just hang out. I definitely should have taken a nap instead because of my headache, but whatever. Then I have this picture because, you know, I think it was Davrin, right, that edited this picture of me and Mint. Now it's me and Lime, by the way. So I'm just saying, move over, Mint. I can be kissing other women now too, you know? It was you, Davrin. There we go. Thank you again for the edit. I really appreciate it. Can we add the Lime Tara kiss as well? Please, pretty please with the cherry. It's mint over. It is mint over for Lime Tara. It is mint over for Lime Tara. So the next day happens. The next day is the 3rd, I think. Okay. So, hi, Mr. Bite. How are you, darling? Are you going to be applying for Vishojo, huh? So the next day is the 3rd. I had booked us a lunch at this place that I actually kind of liked. I thought the food was all right, but I thought the views and the place, it was called Cara Cara, Caracara, because it was on the rooftop. So the next day, Lime and I wake up, we get dressed, and we decide she actually wanted to go to Uniqlo. And this is where Lime started understanding what kind of woman I am. During Lime's trip, she mentioned how a lot of Uber drivers would be weird with her, or even people would be weird with her. But I don't know if it's my height. I don't know if it's the breasts. I don't know what it is. People would be so nice to us. We went to a store together. We actually went to Uniqlo because she wanted to get some safety shorts and everything. And we walked around, we get coffee. And the amount of compliments that we would get, we would walk into Uniqlo and ladies would go, oh, girls, you look so beautiful. People would talk to us. And she just always kept going, is this normal? And I did explain, I'm like, look, I do think people in North America, especially in LA, talk to people more. But it's kind of the, what is it called? The halo effect. It's not just one cute girl in a dress. We're two cute girls in a dress. And we very much had like different vibes where the dress she was wearing and her hair and the dress I was wearing and my hair, plus we're short and tall. It just kind of amplified. The combo was good, right? So because of that, we just kept getting complimented anywhere we went, mainly by women. But sometimes at one point she's like, Matara, everyone's looking at us. And I said, Yeah. Yeah. We're two pretty girls walking down the street in pretty dresses with our hair all nice and pretty. Of course. I don't know what to tell you. But she was telling me that in where she's from, it's usually a lot more kind of. Oh, let me refresh for the Mintara kiss. She was saying that where she lives, it's usually a little bit more shy. People don't really come up to you. If people come up to you, they're kind of weird and they shouldn't be coming up to you. You know, that kind of stuff. So we had a great time. So we went to lunch at this place. It was me, Bricky, Mel, one of Mel's friends, and Lime. So this was like us kind of hanging out with everybody. Mel really wanted to meet Bricky. Lime really wanted to meet Bricky. I wanted to meet Bricky so I can make fun of him. You know, the usual. So we ended up meeting up at this restaurant that I booked and I picked. And it was a good time. It was a good time. We talked for a while, just kind of hung out for hours, hung out for hours, ate more food, ordered more food. Hold on. I think I have this photo doubled by accident. Not much to say, right? Not much to say. Momo was getting drunk again. Momo was getting drunk again. Um, Momo's been just a crazy alcoholic this whole trip, you know? Really, really has been. Just completely drunky. Completely drunky. He's a heavy drinker. He's a heavy drinker. It's true. Momo went day drinking. And then I took some tacos. So I got sorry, my nails are so crusty. You can't see anything. My grimy fingers have blocked. Like, what are you able to see here? Do you even know what the hell I was eating? I'll tell you that part of the story, Hari. We're getting there. No, it wasn't even nachos. It was tacos. But you can barely see them. Okay, now you can see them. I'll be honest, every time I'm in the States, I'll usually order tacos. I always feel it's really delicious, good flavors. It's a small enough meal, but it still has kind of usually protein and whatever. Um, yeah, it was a good time. It was a really, really good time. And it was fine. After that, I had to go again. I had to go back to my hotel room. Oh no, after this we went to the exhibitor hall. Right. Because a few of us wanted to get our badges early and staff had my badge. So we went back to the exhibitor hall and I kind of looked around the exhibitor hall. I said hi to the staff. I was looking at the setup. I walked around a little bit. Momo saw his Oshi, MataraKan. So Momo saw his Oshi, MataraKan. As you can see, I think I posted this photo, right? And then after this, I had to. I think I split up with Limes. I went back to my hotel because I wanted to wear heels. So you will notice in my stories, a lot of my dinners are at 5 p.m. So I would usually start wearing my heels around 4:30 p.m. and I would wear my heels until 2 a.m. My feet were dead. My feet were absolutely dead, actually. Absolutely dead. So I think over here, Limes wanted to go get her badge, but she didn't have her passport on her. And I told her, I'm like, if you don't have your passport, nobody is going to give you your badge. We should go back to the hotel. Did anyone recognize you while you were walking around? Even if they did, they were respectful enough not to approach me when I was, not at like a party or something like that. So I really appreciated that. Even if people did potentially recognize me, like sometimes if I was down the street with Bricky and Lime, nobody approached me. And thank you for respecting that. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, when I'm on the street, it's usually my flesh woman piloting. So she's a little dazed and confused, right? So after this, Limes and I went back to the hotel. I think I then put on my heels and we went back to the con, which, fun fact, I ran into one of my favorite people, Amelie. And the problem with Amelie is I try to hang out with her at this con. I messaged her way before this con. I wanted to come to LA early and do some collabs with her and stuff like that. She's too busy. She is too busy. Anime Expo is one of her craziest convention. And when we went in line for Lie Malicious to get her badge, I see Amelie. I freaking see Amelie. And the best part is Amelie even told me, she's like, I saw you. And I thought, who are these beautiful women? And then I said hi to Amelie. I introduced Amelie and Limes. We talked a little bit, which was really nice because I did not get to see Amelie a single time the rest of the weekend. The only time I saw Amelie was when Lime went to go get her badge. Hell yeah, Darth. That's awesome. Good for you. I'm proud of you, darling. Whatever makes you happy, right? So, after this, 5 p.m. hits, we go to Korean barbecue with Vishojo. We had a little Vishojo staff dinner, and it was really, really funny. So it kind of accidentally ended up being the girls and the guys, where the guys were on one table and the girls kind of ended up being at another table. I had Sid Snap to my left. I had a bunch of the staff around me. And the problem, and I keep having this problem in LA. It's a really good problem to have, but I'm so upset, okay? I was barely hungry. I was barely hungry. Okay? Because I had why was Sid Snap at the Vishojo dinner? Oh, because she was there for her granddaughter. I have to tell you guys, this Korean barbecue was good. It was really expensive. I like spending money, but I was in shock. I was shocked and appalled when I looked at the prices of this Korean barbecue. It was crazy. It was insane. Was it good and delicious? Sure. Was it crazy prices? Yes, absolutely crazy. So we go to Korean barbecue. We have a good time. We laugh a lot. I love Sid Snap because at some point we both had, I think, 2 glasses of wine. Okay. And then she was like, oh, I'm not no, we had 1 glass of wine each. She goes, I don't know. Did we split the check? No, Gunrun got the check. It was a Vishojo staff dinner. Gunrun got the check. And basically, Sid and I got 1 glass of wine each, right? Boop. And then Sid was telling me like, oh, I'm not sure if we should do another one. Will you? And I said, well, I'll do one if you do one. She's like, well, I think so. Will you do one if I do one? And then when the waiter came, I just said 2 more glasses of Sauvignon Blanc, which is what we were drinking. And Sid just looked at me and she went, yeah, that's my girl. So it was really, really fun. It was just fun. You know, I got to hang out with my managers. I got to hang out with other managers. I liked my side of the table. Even though a lot of the guys were at the other side of the table, I see them at a lot of conventions, right? I see a lot of our biz dev people and gun run and everything at a lot of conventions, but I don't get to see my kind of the girlies at all the conventions. So it was really, really good. After this, though, this was one of my craziest nights, by the way. This was so much to do. Rusty, congratulations. Why was Hime's grandma there? Because she was there for Hime. Listen, Hime is a good girl, but sometimes her grandma has to be there for her. Rusty, can you type in chat, please, so I can gift you, my dear? There you go. Congratulations. Oh, you already got a gifted sub. All right. Remind me, y'all, that I got to gift a sub after I'm streaming my screen, so I don't want to. Rusty, because you won, I will be giving a sub in the chat. Thank you so much, my love. So this is where the night gets crazy. After this night, I went to 3 other places technically. Okay. We finish Korean barbecue. Limes was having food with somebody else, a friend of ours, Ruben. I don't know if anybody knows Ruben Sargasm. And I basically got my Uber. So while I was there with Limes, I told Limes to come to LA. And I told her that we could room together, but I could only get one hotel bed. So she booked her own hotel. So then I said, Limes, anywhere we go, I got you. So I would I would pretty much always get the Uber. I treated the meals unless somebody else did, but I kind of wanted to make sure that my girl didn't pay for anything, right? So when I was leaving my Korean barbecue, I got my Uber to go pick her up. And then after that, we went to the other place. So Kraken actually invited, I know Kraken is real. Kraken invited a few of us to like a video game bar. And so we ended up going to a video game bar for a little bit where there was a little bit of a tournament or something. I know Kraken is real. And then Octo came and Bricky. And I actually ended up inviting because I was talking to Commander Connor and I was telling him that I really, really want to meet him. It's been a long time coming. I feel like I keep missing Commander Connor anywhere I go and I've been wanting to meet him. So I was then talking to Kraken and I was like, oh, actually, like, I saw that Commander Connor. Is it cool if I come? Is it cool if he comes? And then basically they invited Commander Connor and Professor Lando. So I got to meet Commander Connor and Professor Lando. And I don't know if you guys know, but they just started a podcast. And I was just talking to them a little bit about monetizing the podcast, how the Patreon works, what I recommend, what I don't recommend, what works for my podcast, what doesn't. And we had a really, really good talk. And I told them, I was like, hey, anytime you boys after the trip are ready to talk about pod or anything, I'm here. I'm just really, really excited to see more podcasts in the space of people who are adjacent to VTubing. I think it's really fun. I think it's really, really awesome to have a podcast with your friend. So I honestly yapped their ear off about monetization, VODs, how to optimize better, topics, who's their editor, just, all the boring stuff that goes into making a podcast that y'all might not care about, but really help them out. Also, Octo was playing in a tournament, okay? And Limes and I did not know which person he was playing in the tournament. We figured out that he was like one of the last two people in this 4-person match. And then he lost, we thought. And because he then got up and said, I don't play this game. And then when we went to him, we were like, oh man, we're so sorry. He goes, no, I won. By his reaction, he didn't win the whole tournament, but he won. We genuinely thought he lost with like the way that he worked the crowd like that. I genuinely thought he lost. And so we were like, oh, guess he lost. Let's go be nice to him, I don't know how but anyway, at the end of the night, we ended up, is Lando's trunk real? Do you mean his butt? I didn't take a look at Lando's butt, but I can tell you he did have very buff arms. He definitely works out. I can tell he definitely works out. Because at one point he ended up wearing a tank top and his arms were like, he had buff arms. I gotta say, he did. So after that, Limes and I were going to Numi's karaoke. But not before I said one of the first awkward things I have said to Kraken. So I have this problem, even when I'm sober, that my brain thinks a little too, I know, I'm just so smart. My brain makes links a little quickly, and then I don't communicate very well what my brain is thinking. So, sorry, I didn't. For example, I complimented Kraken's style. I thought that Kraken had really cool style. And I want to say this, Kraken had an amazing style. I think Kraken has such a fun fashion sense. I think he's really experimental with his outfit, but he absolutely owns it. Like confident little man. Okay. And basically, I told Kraken that he had really good style and he looked good. Bashi, hi, my love. It was so good to be with you at Korean barbecue. And he then asked me, he goes, oh, people always say I look like an e-boy. Do you think I look like an e-boy? And I said, and I looked, I was drinking a little bit. So I look him up and down and I go, no, I think you look stylish. Plus, you have like the nerd glasses and the nerd hair. You look like a nerd a bit. But he ran with that. He's like, you're saying I look like a nerd? And I was like, wait, no, I mean, it balances the outfit. And then, you know, I have to double down. I can't take it back. So I was like, well, you don't not look like a nerd. You don't not look like a nerd. It's, you know, actually. But he took it in stride. He understood that I was not being rude, that I was just kind of, you know, it's the... This hand is losing. Let me put more money on it. But yeah, he basically was like, do you think I look like any boy? Nah, you don't, buddy. He yelled it in to cry in the bathroom later. Yeah, he held it in to cry in the bathroom later. Exactly. Hold on. What's the next picture? Okay. It's my manager's in front of me, so don't worry. Like, you don't, you know. So, no, I'm talking about Kraken. So, that was one of the first things I said to Kraken, where he was like, okay, I'll remember this. But basically, after that, Numi was organizing a karaoke. And Numi invited me to karaoke, and I asked if Lime could come. I show up to a karaoke room at 11:30 p.m. Okay? It's like 25 streamers. It's like, oh, that's my fridge. It's like 25 streamers. Most of which that I don't know. Most of which are pretty young and drunk. At one point, Rubber Ross, Giwi, me, and Limes were sitting while the girls started singing Hot to Go, and they were doing a dance, and none of us knew what that was. None of us knew what hot... When I first got the song list, I was going to sing Nirvana or Nine Inch Nails, and then I realized, wait a second, this is not the crowd for Nine Inch Nails or Nirvana. So I sang Nickelback, and then I sang Katy Perry, I Kissed a Girl. Actually, I did a lot of singing with AI Candy. She was really, really great. But I ended up singing Nickelback because I didn't think that Nine Inch Nails was going to be the hit, you know? I don't think Nine Inch Nails was going to go the way or Nirvana? Nah. So instead, I did a Nickelback song, and then later I did I Kissed a Girl. But again, everybody was really nice. A lot of people came to talk to me. Everybody was really, really sweet. I got to meet a lot of people for the first time. It was really, really nice because I feel like I got really good break the ice energy from a lot of people. But this is one of those things. Arjun, I get that quote. This is one of those things where even when I drink a lot, I remember what we talk about. And if you're listening to this, by the way, I say this in the nicest way. A really, really sweet girl came to talk to me, and we had a great conversation. Absolutely great conversation. But then we had this conversation 2 more times during the next parties. And I'd be like, yeah, I know. You told me Friday. Yeah, I know. You told me Wednesday. Which again, I get it. I get it, right? Like, I was also young many, many moons ago, and I would drink a lot more. I get it, right? I get it. I get it. But basically, the karaoke was really fun. I'll be honest with you. It was just really fun to hang out. I was also kind of tired. So I did a lot of talking with Ross and Giwi and Limes. I spoke to a bunch of other people, but then I ended up talking to somebody like the sweet girl that forgot her memories a few times for a solid hour, and then we had to go. Funny how small LA is. Does anybody know Marsh? He is the one who does the Fear End podcast. I used to know him when I lived in LA 12 years ago. And get this, we're in the middle of Koreatown, LA. Just so you understand, there's a million karaokes. I leave to go to the bathroom. He comes back from outside. I run into him. He could have been at a million other karaokes. He could have been like going to outside 3 minutes later, but he didn't. And so we ran into each other. I was like, ah, we talked for a little bit. Then we had to go. But after this, everybody, okay, this is where I know that I'm old because at 2 a.m., everybody decided that they were going to Korean barbecue. Hear me out. We were at a karaoke with dim lights. We show up to Korean barbecue and they have these hospital bright lights. Everyone's sitting down. We're two huge tables. So I said, I looked at Limes. She looked at me. We went to pee and we went straight home. I'm sorry. This is how I know I'm old, is that I'm no longer going to the 4 a.m. post-party food. Those kind of lights after a whole day, just so we're clear, my whole day was lunch with Bricky and Mel's friend and Limes. Exhausting, right? Then going back and forth to the con, exhausting. Then Korean barbecue, then the smash thing, then karaoke, then no. And I had a meet and greet the next day. I was like, guys, girls, I'm gone. Goodbye. I came in to pee and I GTFO'd. Right? So then Lime and I went back to the hotel. I was tired. But it was really, really nice to meet everybody. Everybody was good. And it kind of gave me a nice little, what's it called? It kind of gave me a nice little appetizer for Numi's party the next day. So for anybody wondering, this is an example of what my fridge would look like. I also had the bottles of water at room temperature just outside. But my mini fridge, quite often, this is what it was. Always kept it stocked. Always had a bunch of stuff. I need a stocked mini fridge. I need to know that I can go to my room and I have Pedialyte, I have coffee, I have an energy drink. That's what the Celsius is. I have sparkling water. I just, I need to know. Yeah, the cold brew coffee is the Starbucks over there. It's really, really good. After this, I think this was the 4th of July, Thursday, it was my meet and greet. And hold on. Yeah, okay. It was my meet and greet. So I love Vishojo and they are amazing. I have a secret that I need to tell you all. I've been asking for a little bit less meet and greets. When we have the free meet and greets and they tell me you're going to have 60, I say, can I have 50? Can I have 45? Because if you've noticed, when I have meet and greets, I'm a yapper. I do not stop yapping and I always go over my time. So I said, I'm not going to jump in the robot. Give me a few less meet and greets. I was supposed to have 50. I asked to have 40. It's no one's fault. But accidentally 100 meet and greets were given out. I am so happy that I got to meet 60 more of you. But, and this is no one's fault, but like Mel and Giga ran into my time a bit. And then when I was with you all, I was told, hey, we don't want to run into Henya's time. And I could have said, well, my time got run into. Why, I want to run into other people's time and I want to not, but I just thought, whatever. So at the end of my meet and greets, people were only getting 30 seconds. And another thing that was really, really sad was usually I have a notebook with me where when we talk at the meet and greet, I write down things about you. I do this in order to remember our interaction better, because that way when you come into my stream and you say, I met you, I was that person, I remember, because I'm able to look you up again. But because I had 100 people in such a short amount of time, I absolutely could not write down people. So that was just really stressful. And it's no one's fault. Like I said, the reason that this happened is because the boxes were marked 50. But they put extra meet and greets in the boxes and people didn't know. And then they just grabbed. It happens. It's not a big deal. I'm not upset. But, I would much rather do more meet and greets but less of them at a time. Milky, thank you for the 20 gifted. Thank you so, so much, my love. I really appreciate that. Nemo, thank you for the lovely tweet that you did about how to buy the Vishojo merch. Thank you for always being so helpful. We really appreciate that, Nemo. Or Nimo. And I just felt really bad, right? That I just really would love to have more often meet and greets, because also, what if you couldn't come on the 4th of July? What if you could only come on Sunday? I like the idea of having a meet and greet every day, but maybe only 30 people instead of 100 people in one day. It was a little overwhelming. I'm not going to lie. And it was a little hard to keep up for me. So I'm sorry if, you felt that it wasn't the greatest meet and greet and you felt that maybe I didn't give you the best energy I could have. Like I said, I asked for 40 meet and greets. I got 100. And I had the same amount of, I had a little bit less time even because my time got cut into. So it's no one's fault. It happens. But I just remembering that, I was like, ooh. How crazy was this shirt? This girl came to my meet and greet. And her shirt is I love my girlfriend, and it's Germa.
It's a gift sub.
Did y'all see her in the line of the meet and greet?
It's a gift sub.
J Tevo, next time, my love. Next time. I hope you had a good AX.
It's a gift
Thank
sub.
you, Kate Kills. I appreciate you, my love. How amazing was her shirt? I loved her shirt. Amazing, incredible, show-stopping. She was 3 people in front of me. I just love it. It is such a funny shirt. It is such a good shirt. Also, I sent this photo to Mint, of course. He had on a Momo hat.
It's a gift sub.
Rombly and everybody else, we need to find that shirt. We need to find that Germa shirt. I need it. I think she told me she bought it on a website, but I don't know where. Please, please, my loves, can you please find this shirt for me? Please. Find this girl or find this shirt. But yeah, look at him. He has on a little Momo hat. And he has a little solid mint in the box. It was very cute. It was very, very, very cute.
It's a gift sub.
She said she made it. Damn it. MataraKan heard from Bao, and in the words of Michi, her tits are titting. That's me. Do y'all think they'd let me in their crew and wear the same shirt?
It's a gift sub.
It's on Etsy. Zero, link it to me. You're the best. Zero's my little shark. Okay. After my meet and greet, which was amazing, by the way, and I had such a good, sorry, this is just a picture of Limes' food, which was amazing, by the way, and just such a good meet and greet, such a good time. You were all lovely. I'm sorry that some of us, the time got cut a little short, but thank you for stopping by. You made me feel so loved at the booth, seeing the lineup, seeing everybody. You were all just so sweet. And I really appreciate it. I really, really do. Oscar, thank you for the gifted. Oscar,
It's a gift sub.
Mountain Dew told me about some party in Miami that you guys are doing. I want in. I want in on the Miami party.
It's a gift sub.
No, Oscar, it's fine. It's fine. Oscar, I do have to say, you said the most iconic quote. The last day on Monday, all of us were kind of just lounging. We were tired. And they were talking about, we were all, the conversation circles.
It's a gift sub.
We were talking about my breasts. And Oscar said, thank God he made me short because Matara's breasts are up there.
It's a gift sub.
Smash said you look secretly depressing. I don't know who Smash is. And maybe I'm secretly depressed. Maybe I am secretly depressed. Have you considered that?
It's a gift sub.
So after the meet and greet, it was 4th of July. Limes and I went back to our hotel room. We got changed because we were going
It's a
to
gift sub.
eat. We were going to eat with Bricky and Kraken. So the way that it kind of played out, I actually told a mutual friend of Kraken and ours that I saw
It's a
Kraken
gift
because
sub.
we have a mutual friend, Kraken and I, and the friend was like, "Oh, did you even see Kraken?" And I said, "I saw Kraken every single night." But
It's
then
a
I
gift sub.
thought about it and I thought, Kraken invited me on Wednesday to his Smash event. I invited him. Well, I obviously got permission from
It's a
Numi.
gift sub.
I invited him to Numi's on the 4th. I invited him to Vishojo Mixer. Then we also were at the Vichiban Mixer. And then we were at a house party. So it kind of ended up that I did actually like see and talk to Kraken and eat with Kraken almost every time. I swear to God, he's not a figment of my imagination. He's real. And he knows I'm real too. I exist. So we went for food. And it was kind of funny because Kraken said that, I forget exactly, I don't want to like say the wrong thing, but basically he wasn't born in America. So Bricky got to spend 4th of July paying for 3 non-Americans. He ended up taking us for food, and none of us were born in the United States of America. Happy 4th of July. I do have to talk about American 4th of July. I have seen people, I got a salad with ahi tuna, by the way. And this was Limes' crazy lobster sandwich. Okay. What's the next photo? Okay. People were insane. We would be driving in the Uber and then people would light fireworks in the street right as our car is passing to it. I have seen a lot of fireworks in my life. I have never seen fireworks like this. Americans are crazy. People would run in the street next to us and just throw fireworks on the ground. I felt in danger every single step of the way. Every single step of the way, I felt in danger. But I know you guys don't believe that Kraken exists, but Kraken and I, because we were sitting in front of each other, y'all noticed me today. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Kraken told people that I ask too many questions. Because as you guys may have noticed today on my sponsored stream with Matt, I just kept asking personal questions. So I just kept asking Kraken personal questions. He had the misfortune of sitting in front of me. So I just kept asking him really personal questions that he answered because he's a nice dude. But I didn't ask him when was the last time he cried. Oh. But this is where I made another faux pas. Okay? This is where I made another faux pas. Kraken and I were talking about, you know, where our families are from. And he said that he had like a little part of his heritage was Ukrainian. This is not a good story for me. So I'm just, hold on. Let me just make myself a little bigger. He said that, hold on. This is not a good story for me. Hold on.
It's a gift sub.
When he said that, what I wanted to say, okay. When he said that, what I wanted to say was, and I quote, "Yeah, I can tell." Hold on, let me make this a little bit smaller. "You look like a nice Ukrainian man." Like I could tell, you know, I'm not surprised. This isn't shocking to me. Rev, thank you for the gifted. That is the words that were in my mind. When he said that to me, what my mind thought was $20 sandwich, ain't it? Bricky paid, so it doesn't matter. I think it was even more expensive. Can y'all have any guesses what came out? I think if you followed me on Twitter, you'll probably guess because I've tweeted that at him relentlessly. Yeah. What do y'all think I said? What do y'all think I said, my loves? Don't oof, just try to guess. Stop with the awares. It wasn't that. It was pretty bad. Okay. The brain words were, you look like a nice Ukrainian man. You look like you're, Eastern European, I can tell. I said, you look like a nice peasant man. And I wanted to say boy, but I corrected myself to man because I thought calling him a boy would be not very nice. Yeah. 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 Luckily, though, he was never insulted. I explained to him, he, at least to my face, he was never insulted. He totally got it. He totally got it. He was never insulted. It was, you know what, Mike? It was the fact that he made a face. It wasn't even the fact that the words that I said, I didn't really catch that they were bad. It was the face that he made when I said that. It was the face that he made. It was, yeah. But anyway, he didn't seem to be upset with me, so thank God. And he understood that I'm a little ESL. I'm sure the fact that you said it in a way that wasn't meant to hurt made it even worse. Just so we are clear, my flesh mother all my life has told me that I look like a nice Ukrainian peasant woman. Just so we are clear, I grew up with that being a very normal thing in this household being said, that I look like a proper Ukrainian peasant woman. So in my head, when I say that to somebody else, I think of it as like a good, like it's, yeah, you look like a nice peasant man. I get it, but yeah. Thank God he did not seem to, he didn't seem to be upset with me and he got it. So anyway, we went to Numi's house and this is where like all the really fun stuff was happening. So first of all, Mama Numi and Papa Numi were incredible. They were so sweet. It was lovely to talk to them. I met a lot of great folks at Numi's house. I talked to a lot of people. We went to watch fireworks. It was such a good time. I had such a good time. I messaged Numi and I asked if she needed me to bring cups, if she needed me to bring drinks, anything. She had so much food. She kept reordering food. She had so much alcohol. She had so many coolers with alcohol. I feel like never, ever, ever were we going to run out of food. And then around midnight when I was leaving, she ordered more food. Insane. Numi, I want to go to every Numi house party from now on. Numi's house parties were and are insane. I didn't see Giwi eat shit on the table, but I do remember at one point when we were leaving a place when we were watching fireworks that we lost Giwi. So Naughty, thank you for subscribing. So basically when we were on the way to watch the fireworks, I actually ended up talking a lot with Cinder and then I was talking quite a bit with Tricky. But Tricky and I, we started drinking. And at one point, basically, we kind of grabbed each other arm under. I do that a lot with my girlies where I grab girls under their arm and we kind of walk together. And at one point, we started walk. I was like, hey, girl, I got you because I didn't want her to wander off. Enjoy your band, my love, Maverick. I'm sorry. And I didn't realize that the whole group was basically Tricky was a little drunker than me. So I grabbed her by the arm and I'm like, girl, I got you. We're walking. I got you, But then there was people flying kites. So then we both started pointing at the kites and just accidentally walking the other way. And poor Cinder just kept yelling at us. Not in a bad way, but she was like, Matara, Tricky, guys, it's the other way. Guys, it's the other way, guys, girls, it's the other way. And we just did not here. We just kept, we were like looking at the kite. We're like, oh, pretty kite. Beautiful, pretty kite. Hee, 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 hee. All that kind of stuff, right? Um, Honestly, there's not much that I can tell you about the party, except that everybody was playing. Okay. At one point, a lot of people try to make me play a drinking game, and I said no. Then at one point, I talked to Kryken, who is real, by the way, and he was saying, let me teach you how to play. And I thought, you know what? I owe him one after the peasant comment, except at one point, he was drinking an AMF, which is an adios motherfucker, which is a lot of alcohols mixed together. And he then, I'm like, oh my God, get away from me. You're drinking AMFs. And he goes, oh, that's my third one. What's in it? And then I explained to him what's in it. And that's when, I think it was maybe like 11 p.m. That's when I realized, you know what? I'm staying the frick away from Kryken. I'm staying the frick away from this guy. I don't know how he does it. He is a machine. He can drink and he is a machine. So then we went back to like learn the drinking game. And as he started explaining the drinking game to me, I'm like, guys, I'm out. Sorry. I'm out. Not interested. This isn't what I'm about. This isn't my vibe. I'm not going to be drinking AMS for this drinking game. Sorry. Not happening. But at some point, Limes and I were on a couch and I was talking to some other people and Briggy came to sit on the couch with us and Bao passed by. So I actually finally get to like properly say hi to Bao and we hug each other and we talk, etc., etc. And as I'm talking to Bao and we're talking and Briggy is telling Bao about her tweets, something in me wakes up and I go, wait a second, Bao, where's the goon couch? Is this the goon couch? And then Bao just starts laughing her ass off. She's like, yeah, that's the goon couch. She runs to get Numi and she's like, Numi, Matara was sitting on the goon couch and she didn't even know. Good times. You know what? I don't know if the goon couch increased my libido, but the goon couch did make me get into like not a real argument, but basically when we came to that party, I started feeling a little bit of a headache. I hadn't slept much. I had a long day. I had a migraine 2 days ago and the music was loud. And then Bricky said something that I misunderstood. And I went off on him a bit. And because the music was loud and like I was hungover, I wasn't being super mean or rude, but I was kind of, and then, when he was like, Lime, what do you think? And Lime just said, I'm not getting involved. And that's when I realized, I'm like, oh my God, okay, I'm so sorry. And then I apologized profusely. I was like, guys, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to talk in this tone. Da-da-da-da-da. Like I completely, I'm so sorry. And he got it. God bless him. He didn't escalate it. Ricky could have easily been like, Matara, how can you talk to me this way? That's so, but he didn't. He was like, I get it. You misunderstood what I said. You have a headache. The music's loud. Don't worry about it. Like I completely get it. So I hate to give him compliments, but points for him. Honestly, libido makes you horny. Yes, I know. That's why I said it didn't have an effect on my libido, the couch, but it made me argue a little bit more than usual. Not even more than usual, I think, but I did spend a lot of the night talking with Cinder, spent a lot of the night talking with Bao, spent a lot of the night talking with Tricky. I talked to Yuzu quite a bit. Basically, I just kind of walked around and talked to everybody, had a good time. I, just not much to say there. I just talked to a lot of people and we left not too late. Oh, there is a funny story at the beach though. Okay. So basically, Bricky had to go leave his car. And when he was coming back, we were going to watch the fireworks. So he asked me if I could share my location with him, but my phone completely lost signal. Completely. And he kept messaging me and being like, hey, how am I going to find you guys? What's going on? How am I going to find you? So I went to Kryken and I said, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, can I just be annoying? Can you please like message Bricky? Can you please just open your location? Because it's not happening for me. And then in front of Kraken, I didn't usually when I come in to a friend circle, I'll always introduce myself to everybody. But because it was kind of an emergency, I didn't. But then this lovely, lovely, lovely girl was like, "Oh, by the way, this is a dead zone for phones. Yeah, this happens quite often." And she starts kind of info dumping on me, but it's sexy. And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. You're so sweet." And then I come back again. I'm like, "Kraken, did you message him back?" No, no, no. And then later, I'm just standing there thinking, "Who was that pleasant young lady?" So I come back to the Kraken conversation circle, and I'm like, "Hi, by the way, I am Matara." And she goes, "Wait,
It's a gift sub.
I'm Girl DM." And we had breakfast the next day together. So I just had like a proper 10-minute conversation of her giving me the sexy info dump. And she didn't clock on that I'm Matara. I didn't clock on that she was Girl DM. We talked for like, because again, we weren't in the mode of let's chat. We were in the mode of let's get this thing figured out. Let's get this thing sorted. What's going on? Da 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 da. She was really, really cool. I basically ended up talking to a lot of people that night. I'm not going to go through every person I talked to. Not much to say about the party. Really, really a lot of fun. Numi is incredible. I think I left around 12:30 because I still had a bunch of con days to continue. I had a bunch of stuff to do, a bunch of days at the con, and I was also tired. Like we were drinking all day, every day. We were meeting people all day, every day, keeping up the high energy. This is something that Mint told me that I really need to talk about this in therapy. But I feel because I'm the extrovert, if I walk into a conversation circle and I'm not high energy and extroverted, that people will be upset. I feel like because I'm kind of known as being not an introvert, people will be upset. Um, but Mint was telling me, no, I think this is your demons. I just feel like I'm always kind of the person that is since I'm the person who's usually kind of the extrovert, the question asker, the high energy, I feel that if I'm not providing high energy and I'm not the one doing that I don't have value. But I know this is something I really have to unpack in therapy because I am allowed to be tired. I am allowed to be chill. I'm allowed to be low energy. I am okay to just exist in a friend circle. I don't need to be making sure everybody else is comfortable and like I need to focus on me, you know? But I do worry about that. I do worry that if I'm in a friend group or a conversation circle and I'm not the one doing the yapping, that people will take it the wrong way or people will, yeah. But before we get to the next day, I gotta pee. I gotta pee. All right, my loves. How are you enjoying this yapping? It's actually not as long as usual. We're like 3 days in and it only took 45 minutes, which is crazy fast for me. Crazy, crazy fast for me. This is really, really quick for me, genuinely. All right, be right back, okay? Let me use the restroom real quick.
It's a gift sub.
Give me 1 sec. I'm going to get a sparkling water. Where were we? What did I miss, my loves? What did I miss? Ah, thank you, Trash. I'm not done. I'm not done with the story session. We got a lot more story to go. We got a lot more story to go. Um, hold on. Gotta open. I missed you. I missed you very much. Lime said I'm stinking. I am going to kill her, allegedly, in real life, if she keeps spreading these rumors about me. How could she say I'm stinky? I smelled so good. Damn it. Darn it. But anyway, Numi's party was amazing. Numi is an excellent host. And, you know, she was an excellent host at the karaoke. She was an excellent host at the party. She was just wonderful and so wow. I am so shocked by how good she was at all of it. I want to go to Numi parties all the time. I want to go to Numi parties all the time. She was absolutely lovely. Yeah, we left. Probably, I feel like a few people started leaving at a certain time, and we're all tired. We're all everything, so we also left. But it was great. Like I said, I talked to a lot of great streamers. It was really really fun. Kind of hung out. But then next day, dun 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 dun. All right, next morning, girl DM and I went for brunch. And this was such a good place that I ended up bringing my mods there as well. Girl DM and I went for brunch. It was delicious. It was amazing. It was really funny because, you know, because we were going for brunch the next day, I didn't talk to her too much at Numi's because we knew that we were going to go for brunch together and we were going to catch up. And it was really, really good. We go a long way back. It was nice to talk. It was nice to hang out. It was nice to just, you know, like okay. I was there for a while with Girl DM. And then the group chat from the previous day, where a few days ago I went for food with Bricky and with Limes and with one of Mel's friends, that group chat started waking up and they were like, oh, where should we go eat? Where should we go eat? And I told them, I was like, hey, you guys should go where we were. It was called Moonlark's Dinette. And I said, you guys should go where we were. The food is really good. There's a lot of room. If you guys are looking for a good place for brunch, I recommend here. So then they came in while Girl DM and I were still there. We were still talking. We were still hanging out. So Girl DM got to say hi to them. And I sniped both bills. I'm very, very proud of myself. So I sniped the bill here, which is normal. But so basically after Girl DM left, I sat next to Lime and Ricky and Mel and one of Mel's friends, and I just sniped their bill. I basically I had one drink that I was like, oh, can I get my bill for the drink? And then as I handed my credit card, I said, did they pay yet? And the lady said no. And I said, give me their bill too. So they were kind of pissed at me for that. But you know what? They deserve it. They deserve it. They really freaking did. I pulled a fast one. That's what they get. Again, no complaints. Amazing lunch. Amazing everything. This was a really, really stressful day for me because this was a crazy. I think this was, yeah. So yeah, we also got a little key lime pie to share, which was really, really good. Also, I hate this photo. I don't know why my hand looks so crusty. I promise you my hand is not this crusty. I saw a Cybertruck with anime on it, and I asked the man if I can take a photo. He said, of course, you can take the photo. I feel like, you don't get a Cybertruck like this without wanting the attention, right? You don't get a car like this without letting people take photos of your car, right? Like we get it. We get it. Okay, this was with my stinky girlfriend. Okay. So just so we're clear, this photo is from 11 a.m. this photo is maybe from like 2 p.m. on Friday. This photo is from midday on Saturday. Okay. So after this, I was going to a dinner that I can't tell you yet what it is, but it was a business dinner. It's something that is going to get announced very soon, but I had a business dinner. And no, business dinner was the Friday. It wasn't the stinky GF business dinner. Business dinner, I didn't have one with her. This was the business dinner. So after this, I went back to my hotel. I got changed. And I and my manager went to a business dinner. And it went really good. And then the folks from the business dinner came to the Vishojo party. And this is where my brain demons came again. So I want to very quickly explain the tweet where I said my bits were popping out. So I wore a dress that was long and it was a little low cut. It had mesh on it. But at some points, my dress, you could see a little bit of like, not the nipple, but like you could kind of maybe see the top of my areola sometimes because the lace was transparent. But you really had to stare. I should have worn covers. I didn't. But again, it wasn't like, I was nipping out left, right, and center. It was just sometimes if you really looked closely, you could be like, is that her areola, maybe? Yes, it was. But this is where my brain demons hit again. This was the Vishojo party. I think it's one thing if I'm at a party and I'm not really talking to people. But I felt that if I was at the Vishojo party and I'm not talking to people. So I went out of my way to introduce myself to most everyone. I would just walk around and just come into a conversation circle and I would say, hi, I'm Matara. Welcome. Da 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 da, But because of that, I was exhausted. At the end of the night, and I was in heels, it was really, really exhausting. It was really, really exhausting. And I am aware that this is something I need to work on. It's okay if I don't say hi to people. It's okay if, I don't introduce myself to everybody. I don't need to do that. But I just feel like kind of the resident extrovert of Vishojo that I have to do that. I feel that I have to do that. And maybe I don't. But I had met at Offkai, Swell Entertainment. She does YouTube, Amanda, and her friend Anarchy, who's a cosplayer. And they arrived like almost as the party started. So thank God, because them and I got to really catch up and just kind of talk. I met Sea Dog VA, actually, everybody. I met Sea Dog. I said hello to him. I talked to a lot of people. I met Emirichu. I met Mei Lin. I ended up meeting Mudan. I talked to a lot of people. I really did. I talked to some of the V4 Mirai girls. I talked to some Idol EN girls. I really went out of my way to kind of greet everybody and talk to everybody. And I also spent a lot of time with staff. I talked to Cinder quite a bit, actually. I think at the Vishojo party is where I talked to Cinder probably the most. But it was just really, really fun. I talked to Shoto a bit, Bao. And this is where Kraken started calling me out. And he said, "Are you sure that Mint exists?" Because I kept saying, "Oh, guys, Mint is coming, Mint is coming, Mint is coming." Mint never came. Ever. So this is where the story started getting a little, So anyway, party ends, and the next day I was supposed to have a lunch at 12. But then the lunch I was supposed to have a lunch at 12 and then it got moved to 1. So I ended up doing a little thing. I ended up going to street mahjong. And some idiot, some stupid, stinky idiot decided to bring a pack of menthol cigarettes from Japan. Just one pack. But they decided to bring a menthol pack of cigarettes from Japan. Who do you think that idiot was? Who do you think that idiot was? It was me. I just knew it was going to be a hit. And I ended up smoking like a quarter of I don't even smoke cigarettes. I need you all to understand. I don't smoke cigarettes. Ever. But the menthols in Japan, I bought a pack on the way home. That's not true. I bought 3 packs. I bought 2 packs, 1 pack for a friend, a pack for another friend. And then I left 1 pack for me, and I shouldn't have. Because the moment we went to Street Mahjong, which let me kind of show y'all what Street Mahjong looked like. I opened it, and I was talking to a friend of mine. I was actually talking to a Vishojo, one of the Vishojo new staff members, and I just smoked like non-stop a lot of cigarettes. It was not, I don't know who these people in the photo are. This is a photo that Oscar sent me. Sorry if they're not super blurred out, but there was street mahjong, and it was really, really fun. But I will. Oh, sorry, I'm like in front of them. But am I in the wrong? Wait, how did I move here? Hello? That's not where I was. Why am I here? Hold on. Why am I here? Only just to suffer. So the problem is, at this point, I started sobering up. And I had been in heels from 5 p.m. Okay? I'm also going to show you kind of like the setup of the Vishojo boot. I had been in heels since 5 p.m. And this was starting to be like 1 a.m. or 1:30 a.m. or 2 a.m. even at this point. And I am standing in heels. It was not good. It was not good. My feet started hurting. Also, I think as like everybody was getting drunk, also look. Look at the meet and greet line. Sorry if anybody is here and you recognize yourselves. I'm so sorry. I got this photo from Oscar, but thank you for coming to the meet and greet. Y'all were wonderful. And then, of course, the cosplayer. Rombly, it was such a pleasure to meet you. I'm definitely going to steal you on a lot of projects once I get everything checked out in my everything. But listen. I just have to say, mistakes were made. But I was basically that night, I kind of caught up to a Vishojo JP staff member that I don't get to see a lot. So we started having like a hour and a half long conversation. But you know, when you're at a party, people feel a little too shy to approach you. But now that we were outside and everybody was drunk, I think we couldn't get more than 5 minutes of conversation in before somebody came to interrupt us. Don't get me wrong, super flattered. But the amount, and everybody would come up and just be like, hey, such a big fan. Nah, 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 I'm this streamer. Oh, I know you because of this. And it was amazing. It was so sweet. But I thought, you know what? Okay, maybe it's time to go home because I have a big day tomorrow and I'm exhausted. And I'm kind of talking to a JP staff about like private stuff, and maybe it's not good if people can overhear. So yeah, I left. Great time though. Next day, we went to this amazing, amazing place. It was next to an Erewhon. It was like a hot girl lunch thing. I swear, Mint was there. She's real. Mint got this like spicy pasta. Okay. I ended up getting this salad, which was avocado, tomato, avocado, cucumber, and smoked salmon. And then I also ended up getting another one of her pasta that we shared. Anyway, really great lunch, a lot of good stuff. It was just really nice to hang out with my friend. And thank God I organized this lunch because if I had not done this, I wouldn't have seen Mint at all. This was the only time I saw Mint. I swear to God, she is real. I swear to God, she is real. I saw her. She was there. We met. I embarrassed her. Okay, so this story is going to be on the podcast. Um, Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. I accidentally opened a text from my roommate. So I want to make sure I answer before it gets too late. Okay. Please, when you hear this story on the podcast, be surprised. I need your honest opinion if y'all think this is an embarrassing story or if it's not an embarrassing story. Mint was so cringing at me. And I love this story. Okay, so Mint was sitting in front of me. I was sitting in front of Mint. Next to us, older couple. I don't want to go too much into the story because, you know what? No. You know what? No. I'm keeping the story for the podcast. You know what? You don't get this story. You don't get this story. You get the story on the podcast. You get this story and the taxi driver story where she told me to stop bothering him on the podcast. No. You know what? You know what? Fine, keep your secrets. I'll keep the story for the podcast. How about this? I will tell you the story on the podcast, but also after you know what? I need to keep some secrets. I need to keep some secrets. Didn't I already tell you the taxi story? Did I? When? Shaggy, good luck. Ah, 2 wins. First, we got Shaggy and another one. Shaggy, congratulations, my dear. I know I owe one more gifted from before, and Shaggy, congrats, my love. It's easy to gift if you don't have it, but then for the random other gifted, I'll have to gift it in a bit. Congratulations. No, Mint and Limes didn't get to meet, which made me really, really sad. But it's okay. Listen, Mint had a concert, and I understand she didn't want to get scared and she didn't want to lose her voice or anything. Like, what if she, when I say get scared, what if she gets sick and then she can't sing at the concert, right? And also, she left home kind of early. She didn't want to get COVID. Good for her, because I saw a few people tweeting that they got it, right? Never let your girlfriends meet. I'm going to introduce them. I want to organize a Deep Rock Galactic with them. So, yeah. I promise you, there is a really good story here. And I'm not just saying that for you to go to the podcast. It is genuinely a really good story that made Mint cringe so much. But anyway, that's my stinky girlfriend's body pillow that she loves. Okay. All right. After lunch with my dear Mint, who exists, God bless Shoto. Shoto organized a streamer dinner. All right. Lots of people at it. I'm not going to name too many names, but it's basically the usual suspects. Everybody that's talked about it has talked about it, the usual suspects. I brought Limes and Bricky, and I asked that Juniper was there because I wanted to meet Juniper. Well, I had already talked with Juniper and met her. I didn't even tell you guys, she's incredible. She is so freaking cool, and she is wow. But Junie and I got this drink, and then look at us. It's so funny that her nails are like that because my next nails, I want that shape and I want that color. So God bless her. She was sitting next to me. We laughed so much. We talked so much. The food was really, really good. Shoto and Bricky ended up splitting the bill. So I told Shoto, I was like, and it was an expense. It was a really big bill. So as much as I'd hate to be like spoil Bricky and Shoto, spoil Shoto all the time. But yeah, spoil Bricky as well. They split the bill on this. It was a big one. It was a large bill. I think we were 11 people. So 11 people at Nobu is but it was really, really great food, really good convo. I got to talk quite a bit with Tricky. I got to talk quite a bit with Cinder, obviously Junie. I got to talk a little bit with you. I know Yuzu is pretty shy, but it was just really, really nice to have a fancy, nice dinner with a lot of people that I think are really good. And this is also the dinner where I feel like I got to talk to Bao quite a lot. And it was really nice because I got a really, really good vibe from Bao. And it was just really, really nice to hang out with everybody and talk. Again, not much to say. I have very few pictures. Shoto's going to have to post them. Jalapeno, what was it? Yellowtail. This is the quality of my photos. Okay, guys. Like, this is why I'm not the photo person. Okay? I am, like, look at this. Look at this photo. But, okay, I'm not going to say whose breasts those are in the background. Sorry for the accidental breast reveal. Really, really good food. I had a really, really good time. Really good sushi. I was actually so full. It was just a really, really okay, jump scare. So honestly, freaking lovely. I told Shoto next time I'm organizing a streamer dinner, I'm treating it with somebody else. Shoto's wonderful. He really went all out. He even before was saying that he was gonna pay, and then him and Bricky split it, which again, Bricky absolutely didn't have to. But you know how they are. You know how the boys are. So after this, we went to the Vishojo party. No, sorry, Vichiban party. And the only really funny thing that I can really say about the Vichiban party that happened, on the way to the Vichiban party, we decided to walk from my hotel and Liam's hotel. And the whole time that we were walking, Ricky has this thing where he kind of walks like a bodyguard, and he always puts his fists into like little Arthur fists. So I don't know what came over Limes and I, but we were horrendous. I am shocked he's still our friend after this, because basically he was walking and we just kept being like, "Who's a big, strong man? You are. I feel so safe with my big, strong bodyguard." We just kept saying that to Bricky. We were like, "Oh, I feel so safe with him walking in front of us. Yes, I do. Look how tall he is." And then he hit the light for the light to change. And we just went, "Look at him. He's so strong. He makes the light change." We did that. And the worst part is we would stop, and then one of us would chuckle and we'd go again. Like, we would be like, okay, okay, we're so sorry. It's so annoying. We are infantilizing you. It's not cool. And then Limes would be like, and I would just go again. Or then I would do the same. The worst part, this genuine hater behavior came an hour after he decided to split a really big bill with Shoto for dinner. But again, okay, I didn't ask you to split the bill with Shoto. You're still a really strong big man. Yes, you are. So I'm just warning y'all. I'm organizing a Left 4 Dead collab for next week. Me, Kraken, Bricky, and Limes. And we are for sure going to do this to Bricky. Every time he loads a gun or reloads a gun, we're going to go, ooh, who's your big strong boy reloading his gun? That's you. Yeah, we were awful. We were truly, 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 truly awful. It was God. You know. But Limes did say that she kept looking at his face and he was smiling. So she knows that she could tell that he was enjoying it. Yeah, not much to say at Vichiban party. There was a few other parties happening. I really like the Vichiban party. I think they did a really great party. My only complaint, which I then told to Vichiban, was that the drinks were too strong. The drinks were too strong at the party. They were giving us too much alcohol with the open bar, and it was too strong. The place was great. The people were great. I ended up staying until closing. It was just such a good time. I ended up meeting Mudan, and maybe you guys know him, but I think his name was Hart. And he said that he does hentai reviews on YouTube. Do y'all know him? But yeah, so I figure y'all are experts on that. See, somebody knows. Somebody knows. There we go. Yeah, I met them at the party. I don't think I met so many new people. I heard that Bricky was like my golden retriever. Okay, I need to talk about this. Bricky came out with this lie. Bricky started lying and saying, oh, people are telling me I'm like a golden retriever. Where? In your imagination? In your delusions? Nobody, where was this energy with me? I thought he was annoying. I thought he was the same. There's so many times where I would say something and he didn't listen to the women when we spoke. So yeah. I'm just saying I don't know where the golden retriever stuff came from. If he was, then he was doing it to other people because I did not receive this energy. That is not the energy I was getting. So yeah, Vishoja party was great. And after that, just Limes and I stayed till the end. We went home. By the way, what Bricky was saying is really true, that he was leaving parties early. Bricky would leave parties. Honestly, if I didn't know any better, I would think he has a secret wife at home and he was going to see her. Because he would just leave the parties 2-3 hours early every time. I don't know. Suspicious. No, he definitely doesn't, but he's just, he's old man at heart. He's an old man at heart. He's not used to the party lifestyle. He's not used to drinking with the streamers lifestyle. We get it, right? We get it. He did have old man energy. Seriously. Is he extroverted in real life? No, not really. Yeah, his secret wife is Warhammer 40K. There we go. He had to go home and talk with his Discord kitten. Probably. He has too much single energy for a secret wife. I can see that. Honestly, yeah, I can see that. So, not much to say about Vichiban party. Not much to say about the big parties. I drank and I met new people and I talked to old people and I talked to people in the industry and I talked about plans and I had some fun stuff. It's whatever. They did keep playing Inuyasha songs, which was phenomenal. And again, talk to Kraken again at some point because Kraken doesn't stop partying. I'm sorry for calling you out, Kraken, like this. Kraken doesn't stop partying. And then when other people leave that I don't really know that much and Kraken is still there and I know that I could be like, you want a drink? And you know, I swear to God, he is real. I swear to God, he exists. It's just he's a great drinking buddy. I really, really want him as a drinking buddy because God, like, good for him. Next day, 11 a.m., I took my mods out for brunch. Now, without naming names, without outing anybody, the reservation was for 11 a.m. for 6 people. 2 of the moderators, I think I arrived 5 minutes early. 3 of the mods were there, so we were there maybe 5 minutes early. At 11 a.m., 2 mods show up, and they just waited outside for 20 minutes. They didn't go to the front to ask about the reservation name, about the reservation time, or even show the reservation. I'm not going to name any names. They just were embarrassed to do that. And they just stood. Yeah. We will not be naming names of who did that. We will not be naming and shaming and claiming. But really, really good brunch with the mods. We talked a lot. It was good to meet them. It was good to talk to them. Obviously, I have some extra photos. Those were cheese sticks, by the way. Those were cheese sticks. I got the salmon latkes, but I was not even remotely hungry. Not even remotely hungry. We had a really, really good talk, and it was awesome. And I really appreciated all the mods for stopping by. I really loved the talks we had. It was good. Definitely next time I'm at a big con and some mods are there, I'm taking y'all out for food or some beers or some chicken wings, whichever, whatever. Thank you for all the work that you do. Now, at this stage, my hair was a mess. That's not Rubber Ross's dog. That's another. At this stage, my hair was a mess. I kind of slicked my hair back the night before. My hair had a lot of kind of product in it, a lot of stuff. And I thought to myself, I don't want to wash my hair. I don't want to wash my hair and then dry my hair and then style my hair. So I booked a hair appointment. And while I was waiting for my hair appointment, this little stinky doggo kept coming up to me and you know, he gave Momo a kiss, which was very nice of the stinky little dog. Stinky little pupper gave Momo a kiss. It was very nice. They kissed. They had a good time. Again, got my hair done. And then, okay, so after that, I ended up meeting Shibuya Kaho. So after this, we ended up going back to the hotel room, getting changed for the party. And Shibuya Kaho and I finally got to meet. Finally. She's so beautiful. She's even more beautiful in person. She's even more lovely in person. She was making such good conversation, but I was tired. I was so tired. I was so exhausted. Also, I started giving shit to Bricky and Lime because they bought Steve's together, which was this matching little beetle. And then they were talking because that day they spent a lot of time together because usually we'd like hang out, but often I feel like Lime and Bricky got to hang out a lot because I was doing business stuff. So they bought this little beetle called Steve, matching for, like not each other, but hold on. I'm making it sound like weirder than it is. Let me explain. So they bought this little beetle to match. Y'all have to remember, they were my plus ones everywhere. Every party that I got invited to, I said, can I bring Bricky and can I bring Lime Malicious? Every single time, okay? They were my plus ones. They were my plus two. So then we're on the street and we're talking and they bring up Steve. And it was a joke, but it also wasn't a full joke. And I was like, you guys didn't get me a Steve. And then Lie Malicious goes, oh, we got a third one. You can have it if you want. And I said, no, you guys are on this trip. It would have been nice if we all matched. And then they said, no, don't worry. We can give you the third one. I'm like, no, I want you guys to think about including me without me having to ask you to include me. So in the end, they gave me their charity Steve. And, you know, it doesn't really bother me, but it's definitely something that if they keep doing it, will bother me. It's one of those things where, you know, I told them and it's fine, but if they keep doing things, just the two of them, and like having things and exclude me like that, I don't know. Not cool. Not cool. I am a little jealous and I am a little possessive. Is that bad? Is that bad? It's just because we had a group chat, the three of us, because we did a lot of stuff, the three of us, I felt like it, you know, it's just one of those where if the roles were reversed, I definitely would have like gotten for all three. So I was a little bit like, you know, yeah, I definitely, like, I made a joke about it, but then I did mention, I was like, hey, you know, like if this keeps happening, like I'm definitely going to be a little bit, you know, but it is a me problem. And like I said, it just felt kind of like anytime anything happened, I was always including. And I was like, man, you guys didn't think to like get me a Steve? It's a small thing, but it is again, it is more on me. It is more on me than them. They did give me a Steve in the end. And I did speak my truth, right? I did speak my truth. So now we'll see. I spoke my truth to my husband, my content husband and my content wife. Do you think they'll start collabing? Oh, that's fine though. We're a content polycule. So that's fine. That's fine if they collab. It's just like I said, I don't care if they collab without me. I think it's funny and I like it. It was more so just like, you guys didn't think of me? Like, you know, damn. The one time I'm out of sight, you guys forget about me. Kind of thing. Which again is so on me. It's my own demons. It's my own everything. Like I said, I'm not genuinely upset. I'm not genuinely and I did talk about it with them after. So after this, Octopimp was coming to pick us up. Octopimp also considered, why did they buy a third Steve? Well, they didn't buy it for me. I don't know why they bought a third Steve, but they didn't say we bought a third Steve for you. They said, oh, we actually got a third one. Do you want it? Versus we bought a third Steve for you. It's in our hotel room, right? So, I docked some points from there. What's a Steve? It's a little beetle that we now have matching. Maybe they bought a third Steve, but we're kind of tsundere. I don't know if they got it for me. I don't think they were being tsun. I have the same brain goblins, but why else would they? I don't think they bought it for me. Why would they buy a third Steve then? Why didn't they say, no, the third Steve was for you? They could have, why didn't they say it was for me then? Why did they say you can have it if you want? They were messing with you? The third one was to Brad, the receptionist. Why did you say you look like a peasant man? I'll ask them next time. How about this? Next week for Left 4 Dead, I'm going to say, hey, I have a serious question. Who did you buy Steve for? Don't get me wrong. It's not like we bought this Steve for you, Baka. It's crazy to assume that I wouldn't. Okay, so Steve is a beetle. he looks like a Heracross. It's crazy to assume that I, MataraKan, would not like beetles, right? It's crazy to assume that I wouldn't like beetles, right? Okay, so um all jokes aside, Octo then came. Octo got to meet Shibuya Kaho. And then a bunch of us split up. People were going to different stuff. Bricky had to go do something with his car. And Octo, Lime, and I were driving together to a party. And we then decided to eat still in downtown LA. And while we're walking to eat in downtown LA, we run into Bricky. So, me not being upset over the Steve situation, I'm like, you should come eat with us. Which now that I'm thinking back about it, I should have been petty. I should have been like, you both are not allowed to come eat. Anyway, Bricky and Octo really hit it off. I have to say, no, stop. The real reason Bricky was leaving parties early is to get more Steves with Mid. Stop. No. My Mint. No. Bricky had a fourth Steve for Zentreya and a fifth one for Onigiri. He's cheating on me for the content. That's why his hands were always clenched. They were clenched around Steve's. Okay. So we went out for sushi, and another friend of us came to join us. Bricky and Octo freaking hit it off. I'm saying the guys were guying, the boys were boying. They were just jokes over jokes over jokes. Another friend that came to meet us is really into Warhammer, so him and Bricky got to talk about that. But basically, really great dinner, expensive sushi, amazing. I got the bill again, sniped it as I usually do. And we then ended up going to a party. And at this party, this was Octopimp's fight stick. Look at it. Look at Octopimp's fight stick. He's got 3 Matara stickers. Look at him. Thank you, Zay, for the 9 months, my love. Not much to say about the party because, I don't really want to out a lot of conversations or people. I got to meet some old friends, got to meet some new friends, got to talk to a lot of people. I will say this. I was in line for the bathroom and I just introduced myself to a guy and he goes, "Oh, I know who you are. I was actually watching your ODST stream. I really like Bricky." I was like, damn. And Bricky wasn't even at the party because he was driving with another friend. He wasn't even at the party yet. I was like, damn it. Then I said, do me a favor. If he comes here, don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. Thank you, Tootie. Great party. Talked to a lot of people. Petted the dogs. Talked to a lot of cute girls. Again, no complaints. Nothing to say. Drank a lot of White Claws. Stood outside. Talked to a lot of people. Again, I'm sorry. I don't have much to say about the party other than I talked to people and it was fun and it was good combos. And yeah. I'm really happy people like Bricky so much. The guy deserves it. But yeah, basically not much to say. Let me see if I have any other. Oh, yes. Bao gave me this Bao. And I'm going to put her in bed with my Zentreya Gecko plushie and my Momo. I love her. Look how pretty. Look how pretty this is. Look how cute it is. Look how, I love it. Next day, last day, Lime and I have a late checkout. We get all our stuff out. We go to another hotel. We hang out with people for the last time. We get some pizza. We get some drinks. And then we decide to eat in Marina Del Rey because it's right next to LAX. By the way, crazy prices. I regret it. I regret for the Marina Del Rey thing because wow, that was expensive. That was not, ooh, it was good, but please be nice to me and generous because I took limes and another friend of ours out and oof. So yeah, last day, not much to say. Momo was getting drunk. Momo was getting drunk off of drinks. Momo was being a little drunky. This was not Limes' drink, by the way. This was our friend drinking the other drink because I did get to meet Cotton. She is so beautiful and so sweet and so lovely. I definitely want to talk to her a little bit more. The reason we went to Marina Del Rey is because it was right next to the airport. We figured we would eat. Honestly, the only thing we did Monday was we woke up late, checked out late, went to hang out at a hotel and eat. Then we took an Uber to Marina Del Rey, got this beautiful seafood tower, which was way too expensive. Genuinely. It was, I'm ashamed to say the price. It was $220, the seafood tower. And it was fine. It was fine. It was not, US dollars. The best part was the shrimp. The oysters were like, okay. And then that's me. um this is what I mean for the boobs were boobin. The boobs were boobin. It's just, they're there and I'm tall. I don't even think I was wearing heels here yet, but as you can tell, the boobs are boobin. They're, yeah. There we go. It is what it is. They were boobin. They had a little bit of help from the dress. We were boobin breastily. We were boobs maxing. We were doing the everything. Bao and Numi talked about hugging you. Yeah, it looked like a bridesmaid's dress. It's blue. It's not, but yeah. It's just breasts being breasts. It's just how it works. I only got a few good breast years left. Let me cherish them. Let me savor my last good breast years, my love. But yeah, it was a really, really fun trip. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm sorry that I can't really get into detail about some stuff about the trip, but some of it will get announced really, really soon. Some of it will get announced really, really soon. I'm really excited. And I'm back to streaming, baby. I'm here. It's time to stream. It's time to do duel. It's time to do all that stuff. Everybody was so nice. I talked to Yuzu and Junie about doing a Bug Girl collab next week. No pressure on either of them, but if we have really good vibes, I told them I'd like to do one every month. I am going to talk to Tricky about collabing as well. I'm going to probably get into a Discord call with Cinder. We had really, really great conversations and something I'm not saying that every person you meet in the industry has to give you help, but I naturally, when I meet people, I try to help them. So if I notice that other people do the same, I really clock that as a big positive. And I was telling Cinder that I was very inspired by her subathon for my 1 year, and she instantly started giving me tips on how to do it better, what to do differently, how she could have done things better, what plans she did that really worked out. And it was so amazing because I'm not saying that everybody I meet has to give me, the secrets of success, but it was really, really nice that she was just so open and willing to immediately help me out with my project being a success. And I really, really, that meant a lot to me. And I want to make sure that I'm also there for her and I can help her out and I can give her that energy back as well. Because she's really, really great. So yeah, I met everybody who was super sweet. I got to talk to a lot of people. I wish I talked with Yuzu a little bit more. I definitely feel like we were in a few conversations, but Yuzu is a little bit more on the shy side. So even though I had a few combos with Yuzu, they were kind of, we still got to talk. But Yuzu definitely feels like, it takes a while to get to know her, which is fine. Got to talk to Bao quite a bit. Shoto, lovely as always. Met Tricky, who is so cool. And just everybody was really, really nice. Obviously, met Cotton, hung out with Vichiban. It was really amazing to meet all of Vichiban. yeah, everybody was just really lovely and really sweet. And if I'm sorry if I'm not naming some people that I met, but I'm not sure who was kind of quiet about being at the con, who wasn't. And also for the dress, I have to say, when I was wearing this dress, people kept calling me Cinderella because my flesh woman has blonde hair. So, hell yeah. It was really, really fun. I have other great dresses and other great stuff. And I hope you enjoyed the yapping. I hope you enjoyed the yapping. It was a good yap. It was a long yap, but it was a good yap. It was a good long yap. And I have to go soonish. Not right away, but I do have to go soonish because I have to record the pod tomorrow with Mint. I have to record the pod tomorrow with Mint, and then I got to get ready for stream. Yeah, how is everybody tonight? Did you have a good time with us? Did you enjoy the yapping? Any questions about the stories? Anything you want to ask? So early, I have been streaming for 6 hours, and I did a sponsor, which is a little bit, I'm a little bit on edge after a sponsor. Not in a bad way, but it's just, I want to make sure I'm on my best behavior. I'm not accidentally swearing. I'm not, So definitely, I'm a little bit tired. Even though it was only 6 hours, I'm definitely a little bit tired. So, yeah. Definitely a little bit tired. Bro, I don't know. I feel like one thing I really appreciated about Limes, I told her to come to the trip. And I did tell her that I was going to take care of her. And I genuinely did. Every single party that I could invite her to, which was I invited her. Every single lunch or anything that I could invite her to, I did. I introduced her to so many people, right? But there was a lot of periods of time where I was busy, or I was going to a business meeting that I could not bring her over, or I was going to the Vishojo dinner party, or I was going to a meeting with my manager or others. There were just so many things where I could not bring Lime. And she still made a really good, she's very mature and she knows how to go around. And most importantly, I told this to Bricky when he was leaving the party on Sunday. I said, thank you for not embarrassing me. And let me explain. With Limes, it's a little different because she's already in the VTubing space, right? But if I bring Bricky to places and I bring Lime to places, I'm vouching for them. And they were awesome. And they were amazing. And they were great. And they were incredible. And I feel like they both really made great friendships and great relationships and all that. And it's awesome because, I'm content married to both of them. So, hi, Evebe. How are you, darling? And it's just so awesome to see the people that are kind of my close friends and content people also make good friends. Because I'm sure you all know this about me. I've talked about it a lot, but I really like being friends with people I make content with. I'm not saying I need to be best friends with everybody, right? Like, I don't need to be best friends with every single streamer, but the people that I collab with a lot, I kind of like it if we have a certain amount of trust and friendship. I really kind of need that. And they were my trust and friendship group, right? They were my little trio. And they did a really good job. And they really, everybody loved them. And it was awesome. It was really, really fun. So, I hope y'all, of course I love and trust Min. Don't tell her though. Don't tell her though. Where can I listen to the podcast? Type !podcast. Hold on, let me just very quickly write something. All right, give me 1 second. Now you just need a content weird uncle. That could be Kraken. But he doesn't have uncle energy. Oh, maybe a little bit. Do y'all feel that Kraken has uncle energy? That's Vinny or Octo. Or Octo definitely does have uncle energy. That's just Vinny. if Vinny has uncle energy. Strippin has Strippin has uncle energy. Strippin has uncle energy. Strippin has uncle energy. Kryken mentioned Riverside. I actually hung out with Kryken quite a lot at Anime Expo, to the point where Mint doesn't think he's real because she hasn't met him, and he doesn't think Mint is real because he hasn't met her. But they're both real. I guess this means I'll have to organize a Left 4 Dead collab just to prove that they are both real. Am I real? Sometimes. All right, my loves, I gotta go so I can get to bed and I can unwind. I have a lot of work to do tomorrow still. And I gotta record the pod. Then we're streaming tomorrow. We're doing a Bishoujo collab, so I want to be on my best behavior. I'm sorry that the stream was kind of short. It was only 6 hours today. Even though I tested negative for COVID, I still have a little bit of like my throat. As you can hear, my voice is a little tired. So I get a little bit more tired when I'm talking. So I would really like to rest a little bit and take it easy. Make a nice tea. Not ice. Make a nice tea. And get some good sleep. Let me go over and raid a cute girl, shall I? I'm gonna go over and raid Bao. Please, my loves, be so sweet, be so cute, be so wonderful with Bao. If you have an extra prime or anything like that, consider spreading that over there. Be so cute, be so sweet, be so lovely with Bao, and give her lots of love, okay? Bye, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Come get your kisses. Ooh, also, very quickly, schedule. Just in case you haven't seen, tomorrow I am going live, probably around the 6 p.m. as usual, maybe a little earlier. We have an Oh Dear collab with Bishoujo at 8 p.m., okay? So we're going to do some yapping then that. Friday, probably we're doing a stream early in the day. We're doing a Mario Party collab. And then after that, I'm going to play Factorio until whenever, you know, Factorio until whenever. So, or maybe Friday was Bolt Gun, I forget. And Saturday is Bolt Gun or the other game as well. And I think I owed one gifted sub that I forgot to give. So let me do it right now before I forget. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for listening to my little yappy stories. I love you all. Thank you for your generosity, by the way, with all the gifted subs. I really, really appreciate it. Y'all are always spoiling me and treating me so good. And Mikan, you are lovely. Okay? Bye, everybody.